Hi everyone, Mia here from Art Ninja HQ in Lincoln. I just thought I'd do another update video of what to do when you come into the studio, just so you can feel more comfortable and you know where everything is, and it just might make it a bit more accessible for you. So let's give you a show round. So this is the car park. As you can see, we're on South Park, which is just down from the police station and next to the children's play park, just over there, and that's South Common that way. So just coming in, there's 2 disabled spaces here. If you can't park in any of the slots, then there's also that bit of grass there. But also, if you can't park there, it's not very likely, but in front of these railings there's a little slip road, which was for when it was a school, the buses used to wait there, so it's actually parking as well. So there's plenty of parking. I'm going to swing round now. I'll try not to make you feel ill. So this is where you come to the door. Like you see the sign, the light will be on, so you're just coming in. If this door is closed, which sometimes it is, then there's a little bell. So if you ring this bell, it will ring in the studio, which is just there, and I will come and get you. So it's a really useful feature to have this security door, so don't let it put you off, because at the weekends and everything, it does help make me feel more comfortable when I'm alone in the building. So if you go that way, there is a cafe in there, usually, which is run by the college, which is super cool. If you go that way, that's where the toilets are. But our special toilet is round the corner, and it's just here, just so you can see what the facilities are like if you have mobility issues. They are really good for disabled access. Also some of our great artwork in there. That's the Queen's Head project, just by the by. Anyway, so when you come in, unless you'll use the toilet first, obviously, you'll come in here, and this is the studio, and you can either sit at the chatty table with me, because I sit there, or you can just sit in the comfy chairs over here and just have a chat and a cup of tea while you gather your wits. There's the kettle, most important thing to know. So the way that works is you just help yourself. There's everything there you can possibly imagine. There's mugs under here, but also there's mugs in there, and tea, and glasses for squash, and all sorts. So just help yourself to anything you might need. There's cold water in the fridge. So this area I often use for teaching or classes, depending what I'm doing. If I'm doing felting, like I am on Saturday, then I'll be over here. But on a Saturday morning, if I'm teaching a class, then you're very welcome to come in still. But obviously, if I'm here, you can go over there. If I'm here, you can go over there. There's the comfy chairs over there. That's the jigsaw puzzle shelf. There's colouring books in the corner there. There's just some cards that I make. Let's try and raise some money. It runs on donations, so that's how I pay the rent. So I just ask for a couple of pounds, really. Anywhere between 2 and 5. Some people do 10 and then don't do anything for a couple of weeks or times. But some people do 10 because they can afford that. That's lovely. But there's all sorts of materials around the room. This is the games shelf, because on a Wednesday we have a bit of a games night. So there's all sorts of games there, but you're always welcome to use them. And then there's materials around the room here. We have everything, like this is mainly obviously paintbrushes and colour pencils and marker pens and things that go in tubs. This is a group plasticine painting, so people come in and add a little bit to it. So That's going to be there for a while. This is the inspiration corner. So these albums here have lots of pictures in. So, you know, when you just need something to inspire you, there's all sorts of things in there. If you need images to work from, like a photo to copy or other things, that's in here. I like to do projects around other cultures and their artwork. So there's quite a few little sheets on different things there. And then these are the project sheets, which are just sheets you can just pick up and they'll get you going on something if you're still stuck. This is the random cutting corner. It's a little bit messy today. Somebody donated these just randomly. They were on my doorstep, so they're bowling balls. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do with them yet, but that was kind of a lovely surprise. But there's everything you could need here for cutting. I have a little printer and there's a laminator, guillotine, all sorts of things like that. That's where the acrylic paint pots usually live. So the way it works with the acrylic paint, I put them in these little pots here so that people don't use too much and then have to waste it, and you can just use a little bit at a time. So it works really well. There's all other things here. There's papers, that's the pastel box, and then watercolours, watercolour pencils, watercolour papers are right above it. Then I've got like glue guns and things. These baskets up here are mainly like overflow, as you can probably tell, but there's a decoupage basket there, so if you don't know what that is, come on in and I will show you. It's got loads and loads of card making stuff, which I have in another place. This is mainly papers, coloured papers, tracing paper, newspaper, scrap paper. See what I was doing there? And this is where you'll find the glues and tapes and bottles at the bottom. And then we've got some rubber stamps and some clamps, some boxes of really, really random things I didn't know where else to put. Strings, stickers, punches, some rolls of sticky back plastic and weird papers. Some of those like squirty paint things. Glass jars, use them for anything you wish. Bits of plaster that some people like to paint, like all sorts of things. Like there's a little cupcake and just a little flower. There's all sorts of things in there. Obviously there's a box of rocks, bits of wood, CDs, cardboard. I've got loads of pine cones, corks, tiles. There's some single records under there, which can be really useful for all sorts of things. And then rolls of paper. This is more the haberdashery end. So obviously up there I've got loads and loads of wool. All different sorts. I have more. But anyway, that's very welcome for you to use that, please. I've got bits of fabric. In the other corner over there, I've got 2 sewing machines. So you're very welcome to come in and use those. I can show you how to use them. But yeah, there's things here, like obviously lots of buttons. And that's like a basket of metal things. That's needles and pins and paper clips and things like that. There's some beads in that basket. That's more of a like embroidery kind of basket. Loads of those awful cello bags. And there's bits and bobs along here. There's also some patterns and some magazines. I know it's never ending. This is like the bookcase, and you can always come in and have a look at any books. Outside there's a like sitting area, outside space right there. We can't see it very well because it's a bit gloomy today, but anyway, that's nice to have. And then this is also shelves of things. So there's paintbrushes, varnishes, coloured pencils, some special paints, fine liners, all sorts there. So just come on in and be inspired by what you see, and just relax and breathe and make friends and feel better. That's like the Art Ninja motto. So I'll leave you with my groovy bottle top curtain. And I hope you all have a lovely day. Come into HQ anytime you like when I'm open, which currently is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays. So that's generally 9 till 6, apart from on a Wednesday when we have a late night social, which is until about 10, 11 at night. But you're still welcome to come in and be creative. It's just a fun night when everybody sits around doing crafts and chatting. Some people are knitting, some people are painting, some people are just sitting chatting. So whatever's good for you, come on in and join the ninja community. There's no need to book. You can just come on in at the times I'm open. If you want to book, there is a booking system. So you can use that because it will send you a reminder. I also have classes that run on the Saturday mornings. They're 10 till 1 generally. So you need to book those online, unless you tell me. But generally you can book and pay online. And that's where you do that. But there's plenty of information on the website. So do have a look. So I scooted over the classes a bit quick there. So I tend to do introduction to. So I've got an introduction to mosaics, introduction to felting, where I do wet felting and needle felting and sometimes a bit of embroidery. A broken bowl workshop is a lovely one. It's more of a art therapy kind of focus, as I am a creative therapist. Lino cutting is another one, so we do lino cuts and printing, and a bit of a clay theme, so that's always good. So try not to worry, just come on in for your first visit. You can come and have a look around anytime you like. It's not always busy. It's usually maybe 4 or 5 people. So just come on in, have a look. I'll walk you through it. Bye for now.